The second quarter of 2021 is now here, but most of us haven't watched some of the BLs that aired in the first quarter of this year. In this video, we are going to look back on 12 best BL series in first quarter of 2021 that will blow us away and could give us the best BL experience. Don't forget to share your experience when you first watch the following series on our list. Anyway, if you live in a different country and some BL series are not available to yours, you can use ExpressVPN to watch those restricted series. Use the link on the description below to have 49% discount and 3 months free if you opt to avail the 12-month plan. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Number 1. Thon Type Season 2. The second season of Thon Type started airing on November 6 and ended on the 29th of January of this year. Thon Type Season 1 and 2 also got released on Netflix for some regions, and according to some, there are new scenes that were not seen before during the airing in 131 channel and Line TV. That could be one of the main reasons why you should rewatch this BL again for the countless times. Thon Type Season 2 followed the story of Thon and Type after 7 years of their relationship and having their own working lives as well. The conflict arises when one of Type's patients wants him to be his own boyfriend. Thon Type Season 2 is a more mature show than its prequel when dealing with some of the issues a gay couple could face. Number 2. Gen Y the series. This BL started airing last November 11 and ended on the 27th of January of this year. Although I haven't finished watching this yet, I still remember the controversial pairing of Base in this show because the fans have the choice who they want him to be with. It was all over the social media before, but it was Thanu who won the voting from the fans. Gen Y is a good BL for those who have watched the first season of 2 Moons back in 2017. Some of the actors who played in 2 Moons are present in this show, but not only that, Gen Y also has some resemblance to 2 Moons when it comes to the characters. Nevertheless, if you wish to see your beloved actors in a BL again, then Gen Y is a good option too. Number 3. Ton and Chonlati. This BL started airing on November 13 and ended on the 22nd of January of this year. Some of the fans who have watched this BL when it was airing found the show a good way to laugh because of its scenes, but there were also fans who were not quite happy with that. I actually found this BL as a way to relieve stress every Friday because of how good that casting was, although some characters are quite stressful to deal with. Anyway, Ton and Chonlati is a good BL to watch for everyone. Number 4. Manner of Death. This BL started airing on November 30 and ended last the 22nd of February of this year. Investigation, crime, romance, and BL kings. Those are the 4 main reasons why you should watch Manner of Death. Over the last years, we saw how the BLs evolved into something more unique and creative, and Manner of Death is one of the best to watch in 2021. The comeback of Max and Tool in a BL is definitely a gift for the whole fans of both of them. Manner of Death will tell the story of Dr. Bunnicket, a medical practitioner, and Mr. Tan, a tutor. Because of a certain crime, a lot of secrets will be unveiled and will change their lives forever. Number 5. Color Rush. This Korean BL started airing on the 30th of December and ended last the 21st of January. Color Rush really has a good concept of plot, but it wasn't explored much in the storyline. The story of Mono and Probe is one of the best concepts in a BL, and it's just sad that Color Rush only has 8 episodes in total with 15 minutes runtime each. There's a development of the characters, but I still felt rushed towards the ending. Nevertheless, Color Rush is one of the best BL series you can watch today if you don't have a lot of free time. Number 6. We best love season 1 and 2. The first season started airing on the 8th of January and ended last the 5th of February, while the season 2 started airing on the 5th of March and will end on the 9th of April. We best love is a series I never thought that I would love. The chemistry of the actors is really on point and the acting is also quite good, to be honest. Enemies to lovers will never get old with this kind of plot, but I'm not complaining anyway. It's one of the best tropes, to be honest. The development of the characters are also shown, which helps me understand the story. With only 5 days left before the finale of the season 2, you should be able to binge watch this BL now. Number 7. To My Star. This BL started airing on the 22nd of January and ended on the 5th of February. To My Star is one of the most favorite Korean BLs of some fans. To My Star is about the story of a popular star and a young chef, and I guess this helps a lot to diversify the BL industry. This is one of the few BLs in this list that I personally haven't seen yet, and I don't know what's wrong with me. With that said, based on some reviews, the storyline of this BL is pretty good, and overall, the series is cute also. Some fans also love the soundtracks of this BL, which I need to hear to appreciate. The only thing I saw in this BL was the kissing scene, which I guess the best kissing scene I ever saw in a Korean BL. But with a high rating, To My Star is definitely one of the best BLs you should watch from the first quarter of this year. Number 8. A Tale of Thousand Stars. This BL started airing on the 29th of January and recently ended on the 2nd of April. One of the best BLs of GMMTV is definitely a must-watch in 2021. A Tale of Thousand Stars is indeed a masterpiece. Although the show is not perfect in everything, it is one of the most genuine BL I have ever watched in my entire life. The show did not only focus on the love story of the main characters, but it also established the life in a countryside. The soundtrack is also one of my favorites because of how heartfelt it is. The finale episode ended the story of Poopa and Tian beautifully, and I think there's no need for a season 2 since most season 2 are really not that great compared to the first season. GMMTV could just give us a special episode based on the special book. Number 9. Word of Honor. This BL started airing on the 22nd of February and ended last the 23rd of March. I know that a lot of fans prefer this kind of shows, especially those who are fans of The Untamed. That's why it's included in here. People might argue that this is not a genuine BL but a bromance, but there's no denying that the main leads really have a great connection with one another. Number 10. Lovely Writer. This BL started airing on the 24th of February and will end on the 12th of May of this year. Although this BL hasn't ended yet, the first half of the series is quite promising because of the great actors and how it breaks the stereotypes in the community. Lovely Writer is not our typical Thai BL that only revolves around the university students, but a show that gives enlightenment to the lives of actors in BL. This BL is a must-watch for all fans. Number 11. You Make Me Dance. This BL started airing on the 26th of February and just ended last the 19th of March of this year. You Make Me Dance is the latest Korean BL you can watch today, as the next one will start airing on the 15th of April. Some of the reviews I read on some sites said that this BL is kinda good but the ending seemed rushed. Well, that's the limitation of Korean BLs because of short runtime, but some of it can really deliver. You Make Me Dance is still one of the good BLs you can watch from the first quarter of 2021. Last but not the least, Absolute BL. The whole series is now available to watch starting the 27th of March of this year. This BL is actually a fun to watch because of the theme it got. Just like Cherry Magic from 2020, the plot of Absolute BL is something you won't expect, but you'll love it with all of your heart. Sadly, this BL can only be watched on WeTV, so some regions might find it hard where to watch this beautiful show. The first quarter of the year might ended now, but it leaves us a new set of BLs to watch. Unlike for some who have the privilege to watch all of this in its airing date, most people are having a hard time keeping up with the releases of these shows. Nevertheless, these 12 BL series will surely keep you occupied this spring. Thank you for watching. That's it, and see you on the next one.